Part 7. K.C.S. School, Crash and Emergency Preparedness. In an emergency, a school bus driver's responsibility goes beyond the wheel. It's about protecting the lives on board. As a school bus driver, your role goes far beyond just driving. When an emergency strikes, you're responsible for ensuring the safety of the children on your bus. Your training prepares you for quick decision-making, proper evacuation procedures, and clear communication in critical moments. In those tense seconds, you're not just a driver, you're a protector and a first responder. Every action you take could mean the difference between safety and danger. It's a responsibility that demands focus, but it ensures every child on board gets home safely. Crash and emergency preparedness. As a school bus driver, your main job is ensuring the safety of all passengers. In an emergency, stay calm, assess the situation quickly, and communicate for assistance. Never leave students unattended. Crash procedures. Immediately report the incident. Follow proper procedures if you're injured, and ensure students are safely transferred. Always deploy warning devices. Vehicle evacuation. Know when and how to evacuate. Work with student safety assistants and conduct regular evacuation drills. Emergency equipment. Be familiar with required equipment on board and how to use it properly. Emergency medical care. Understand the Good Samaritan Law, which protects you when providing medical care. MN Stat. 604A, 1A and 604A. 015. Security breaches. Prevent school bus trespassing and maintain security at all times. Your calm, prepared actions in these moments are critical to ensuring the safety of your passengers. In the event of a crash, a school bus driver's primary responsibility is to ensure passenger safety and take immediate action. Driver's primary responsibilities: ensure passenger safety, check for injuries, and determine if evacuation is necessary. Report the crash immediately. Contact EMS, police, fire, tow services, and dispatch. Secure the scene. Activate emergency lights, set the brakes, shut off the ignition, and use warning devices. Key actions after a crash. Assess and evacuate, if needed. Only evacuate if fire, fuel spills, or other hazards exist. Maintain order. Keep students calm, seated, and informed. Provide first aid. Address critical injuries, focusing on breathing issues, bleeding, and shock. Quick thinking and clear procedures can make all the difference in ensuring safety after a crash. After an incident, student safety and proper medical care are top priorities. Immediate actions. Follow district or company policy for handling student injuries. Even if no visible injuries are present, ensure students are evaluated by the school nurse upon arrival. Report all crashes immediately to school officials. Gathering information. Driver and vehicle details. Provide your name, license, insurance, and company details to authorities. Collect information from other involved drivers, including their license, insurance, and vehicle details. Document license plate numbers and gather witness contact information. Record student names, seating positions, and any hospital transport details if applicable. Accurate reporting and immediate care help ensure the well-being of students and maintain safety protocols. During a student transfer after a crash, safety and accountability are top priorities. Student transfer procedures. Only release students once all are accounted for and their contact details are recorded. Students must be cleared by emergency personnel before leaving the scene. Ensure a safe, orderly transfer. Students should walk in a line to the replacement bus. Double-check that all students have been transferred and accounted for. Other required procedures. Restricted communications. Discuss the crash only with police, school officials, or company representatives. Do not allow students to speak to unauthorized persons, such as media or bystanders. Remain at the crash site until given official clearance to leave. Only emergency personnel, school staff, or company representatives should be allowed on the bus. Clear procedures and controlled communication help maintain order and protect student safety. Accurate documentation and proper reporting are essential after a crash. Crash reporting in Statute 169.09, Rule 7470.1000 up. 4. Bus documentation should include bus details, make, model, color, license number, company name, address, phone number, and insurance details. Bus.number, number, driver information, seating chart, and emergency contacts. Report to law enforcement if the crash involves injury or death. Complete all additional reports required by the company or school district. Post-crash bus inspection. MN Statute 169.4511. A school bus must be re-inspected by the MN State Patrol if the crash involved 1. A fatality. 2. A bodily injury requiring immediate medical treatment. 3. A vehicle that is disabled and requires towing. Proper reporting and inspections ensure safety, compliance, and accountability after a crash. Following a crash, federal regulations require drug and alcohol testing under specific conditions to ensure driver safety and compliance. Alcohol testing, 40 CFR 382.303, is required if the crash involved 1. A fatality. 2. A citation within 8 hours for a moving violation, and bodily injury requiring immediate medical treatment away from the scene. A vehicle that is disabled and towed. Controlled substance testing, 40 CFR 382.380, is required if the crash involved 1. A fatality. 2. A citation within 32 hours for a moving violation, and bodily injury requiring immediate medical treatment away from the scene. A vehicle that is disabled and towed. Companies and school districts may enforce stricter policies beyond federal requirements. These tests help ensure the highest safety standards and accountability for all drivers on the road. In the event of a vehicle breakdown or emergency stop, the driver's primary responsibility is to ensure student safety and secure the vehicle. Primary responsibilities: ensure student safety, keep students calm and seated, secure the vehicle, activate emergency flashers, park safely, and shut off the engine, get assistance, contact dispatch, or seek help as needed. Student care: remain on the bus unless it's in a hazardous location or a fire risk exists. Maintain order: students should stay seated and minimize noise. Reassure students that the situation is under control. Safety and vehicle care. Lights: use emergency flashers at all times and running lights after dark. Secure the vehicle. Pull off road safely. Set the parking brake. Turn off the engine and remove keys. Set emergency equipment. Deploy reflective triangles according to regulations. A calm, controlled response ensures safety for everyone on board. In a fire emergency, the driver's quick actions ensure student safety. Primary responsibilities: ensure student safety. Evacuate immediately if necessary. Secure the vehicle. Follow emergency stop and crash protocols. Assess fire danger. Attempt to extinguish only if it is safe to do so. Student evacuation: use emergency exits. Utilize doors or windows if needed. Consider hazards. Be aware of traffic, fire location, and smoke direction. Move students. Guide them at least 100 feet away from the bus, keeping them together. Supervise. Account for all students and maintain order. Quick thinking and clear procedures can make all the difference in a fire emergency. Fire extinguishers are a valuable tool in an emergency, but safety comes first. Never risk your safety to fight a fire. Key guidelines: use only dry chemical extinguishers, which are safe for liquid, electrical, and dry combustibles. Check the extinguisher daily to ensure it is operational. Proper use: pull the pin. Hold the extinguisher upright. Squeeze the handles to discharge. Sweep side to side at the base of the fire. Avoid breathing in chemicals, and never aim at a person. Getting help: call dispatch or 911 immediately if the fire is unmanageable. Preparedness saves lives. Know your equipment and act quickly in an emergency. School bus security and emergency evacuations. Security is a critical responsibility for every school bus driver. Unauthorized access must be prevented to ensure student safety. Security breaches: no unauthorized boarding. Only students on the official roster are permitted. Unauthorized individuals, parents, strangers, or any unauthorized persons must exit immediately. Legal consequences: refusing to leave the bus is a misdemeanor under Miss 609.605. Report all breaches. Notify dispatch or call 911 if necessary. Strict security measures protect students and maintain a safe transportation environment. Bus driver incapacitation: if a bus driver becomes ill or disabled, immediate action is required to ensure safety. Emergency steps for the driver: stop the bus immediately in a safe location. Set the brakes, remove the key, and call dispatch for assistance. Bus assistants and trained students should use the radio to call for help. Maintain order until emergency personnel arrive. Student bus assistants and bus patrols: train responsible students on emergency procedures. Teach them how to use the radio, parking brake, and ignition switch. Ensure all students receive training during school bus evacuation drills. Students must stay with the bus until help arrives. Preparedness ensures safety in every situation. Replacement bus procedures: in the event of a bus replacement, ensuring a safe student transfer is the top priority. Safe transfer of students: ensure students walk safely to the replacement bus. No running or pushing. Park in a secure location away from traffic or hazards. Account for all students before departing to ensure no one is left behind. A careful and organized transfer keeps students safe and maintains order during unexpected bus changes. Emergency planning and school bus evacuations: every bus driver should have a clear emergency plan and regularly review procedures with students. When to evacuate: evacuate if there is fire or risk of fire, smell of raw or leaking fuel, bus in a dangerous location, risk of collision, bus near downed power lines, severe weather threats, tornado, flooding. Mandatory evacuations: bus on fire, stalled on a railroad crossing, imminent danger of collision, hazardous material spill. Clear planning and quick action ensure the safety of all passengers in an emergency. Determining a safe evacuation location: in an emergency, choosing a safe evacuation location is critical to protecting students. Move students at least 100 feet away from the road and potential hazards. For fire or hazardous material spills, move upwind to avoid toxic fumes. Stay as far away as possible from railroad tracks to prevent further danger. In tornado situations, seek shelter in a sturdy building, or, if none is available, have students lie in a ditch away from debris. A well-planned evacuation ensures student safety in any emergency. Evacuation procedures in an emergency: a well-executed evacuation can save lives. Secure the bus before evacuating. Set the parking brake and turn on hazard lights. Turn off the engine and remove the key. Notify dispatch if possible. Executing an evacuation. 1. Determine the best exit route: front, rear, side, roof, or windows. 2. Assist special needs students as needed. 3. Assign student leaders to help guide others. 4. Ensure all students exit quickly and calmly. 5. Conduct a final sweep of the bus to check for remaining students. 6. Account for all students at the safe location. 7. Protect the scene and wait for emergency responders. A calm and organized evacuation keeps everyone safe in a crisis. School bus evacuation drills. Annual school bus evacuation drills are required for students in grades K-10 under MN Statute 123B. 90 to ensure preparedness for emergencies. 1. Drills must be well supervised and structured, like fire drills. Conducted in a safe location, such as school property. Led by school staff and administrators. 2. Key training points: proper use of emergency exits, locations of the fire extinguisher, first aid kit, and seatbelt cutter, orderly evacuations, and student leadership roles accountability, and reporting procedures. 3. Special education and preschool students must also participate in drills. Documentation is required. Each drill must be recorded and verified with school officials. Preparedness saves lives. Emergency equipment. In Statute 69.451. Every school bus must be equipped with essential emergency tools to ensure safety and compliance with MN Statute 69.451. 1. Fire extinguisher. Minimum 2.5 pounds capacity. UL 2010 BC rated and mounted in full view. 2. First aid kit. Moisture and dust proof. Securely mounted in the driver's compartment. 3. Body fluid cleanup kit. Sealed, clearly marked, and easily accessible. 4. Emergency reflectors. 3 reflective triangles, visible from 500 feet. 5. Seatbelt cutters, required for buses with seat belts or wheelchair accommodations. 6. Emergency evacuation device, required on wheelchair-accessible buses, post-2017 models, supporting up to 300 pounds. Having the right emergency equipment ensures drivers are prepared for any situation. Placement of warning devices. Proper placement of warning devices is essential for roadside safety in case of an emergency stop. Two-way traffic. 1. 10 feet from the bus on the traffic side. 2. 100 feet behind the bus in the center lane. 3. 100 feet in front of the bus in the center lane. One-way traffic. 1. 10 feet from the bus in the direction of the hazard. 2. 100 feet behind the bus in the center lane. 3. 200 feet behind the bus in the center lane. On hills or curves, placement may extend up to 500 feet for visibility. Special equipment for wheelchair and special education buses. Blankets, used for covering students or assisting in evacuations. Approved cutting device, required for cutting seat belts, tie-downs, and restraints. Proper warning device placement and special equipment ensure safety for all passengers in an emergency. Emergency medical care. In a medical emergency, a bus driver's quick response can save lives. Key objective: provide immediate care until professional medical help arrives. Good Samaritan Law, MN Stat 604A. 01 604A 015. Protects individuals who provide emergency care from civil liability. First aid is critical in stabilizing a person before medical professionals arrive. Recognizing the ABCs of emergency care. Airway. Ensure the airway is clear. Breathing. Check for normal breathing patterns. Circulation. Monitor for pulse and signs of distress. A driver's ability to act calmly and efficiently in an emergency can make all the difference. Medical emergencies and response. In a medical emergency, immediate action can save lives. Call for EMS immediately. If a student has a medical emergency, always notify emergency services, even if symptoms seem minor. Ensure the scene is safe before providing aid. Breathing emergencies, CPR required, cardiac arrest, drowning, allergic reactions, or trauma. Severe bleeding control. 1. Direct pressure. Use a gloved hand and dressing. 2. Do not remove blood-soaked dressings. Add layers instead. 3. Elevation. Raise the wound above heart level unless a fracture is suspected. 4. Pressure points. Apply pressure at major arteries to slow bleeding. Shock symptoms and treatment. Signs: cold, pale, sweaty skin, confusion, dizziness, nausea. Treatment: keep the victim calm, warm, and in a slightly elevated position, unless a spinal injury is suspected. A quick, confident response ensures the best possible outcome in an emergency. Critical conditions and immediate action in a medical emergency. Knowing how to respond quickly and correctly can save lives. Seizures. Do not restrain the person. Move dangerous objects away. Call 911 immediately. Choking. Heimlich maneuver. 1. Ask if they are choking. 2. If they can't speak, cough, or breathe, perform abdominal thrusts. 3. Continue until the object is cleared or the person becomes unconscious. Start CPR if needed. Crash-related injuries. 1. Spinal injuries. Do not move the victim unless absolutely necessary. 2. Fractures. Stabilize the injury with manual support and avoid movement. 3. Head injuries. Assume a concussion or skull fracture. Monitor breathing and consciousness. A calm, informed response can make all the difference in a critical situation. Additional medical issues. Quick action in medical emergencies can make a critical difference. 1. Eye injuries. Cover the affected eye with sterile gauze and avoid movement. 2. Vomiting. Ensure fresh air and use the body fluid cleanup kit for hygiene and safety. 3. Nosebleeds. Have the person lean forward and pinch nostrils for 10 minutes. 4. Allergic reactions. Assist with an EpiPen, if available, and monitor for swelling or difficulty breathing. Emergency preparedness saves lives. School bus security and severe weather awareness. Ensuring school bus security requires awareness, preparation, and proper training. 1. Security awareness. Drivers must be trained to handle security threats, hijackings, and attacks. 2. Recognizing suspicious activity. Identify and report any unusual behavior or objects. 3. Prevention and response. Learn techniques to prevent and react to security threats. 4. Additional training. The TSA First Observer Plus program provides enhanced security guidance. For more information, visit TSA First Observer Plus. Vigilance and preparedness keep students and drivers safe on every route. Severe weather awareness. School bus drivers must be prepared for dangerous weather conditions that can impact safety on the road. Weather hazards for drivers. 1. Winter weather. Ice, snow, and freezing rain create slippery roads. 2. Thunderstorms. Heavy rain, lightning, and strong winds reduce visibility. 3. Tornadoes. Sudden, high-risk storms require immediate action. 4. Flooding. Standing water can make roads impassable and dangerous. Safety measures. 1. Check forecasts before each trip. 2. Monitor severe weather alerts and stay in contact with administrators. 3. Have an emergency plan in place for extreme weather conditions. 4. Never drive through standing water or attempt to outrun a storm. Staying informed and prepared ensures the safety of students and drivers in any weather condition. Key takeaways: preparedness and quick action can make the difference between chaos and safety. Know crash reporting procedures to ensure proper documentation and response. Master vehicle evacuation techniques for swift and organized student safety. Familiarize yourself with emergency equipment to be ready for any situation. Understand emergency medical response to provide life-saving aid when needed. Confident and decisive action is critical in emergencies. Staying prepared ensures safety for students, staff, and yourself. Part 7 Conclusion and Part 8 Introduction. Strong preparation and awareness are essential for every school bus driver. We've covered critical emergency response skills. Now, we turn to trip planning, preparation, and laws and regulations. Proper planning ensures the safety and smooth operation of school bus routes. Drivers must know their routes and be prepared for unexpected situations. Conduct thorough pre-trip inspections to identify potential issues. Communicate effectively with dispatch and school officials. Stay aware of emergency protocols to handle risks on the road. By combining preparation, awareness, and clear procedures, drivers create a safer environment for students and a smoother transportation experience. Let's get started.